Hey everybody, I'm Jacki Jim and I'm with Jim Bavida, and The Hollywood Reporter says that Henry Cavill is no longer playing Superman in the DC Extended Universe. This is a major announcement. So Cavill's out, Ben Affleck as Batman is pretty much in question. A lot going on here, we have a lot to talk about, but let's start off with Cavill's departure. What's going on there?
Well, what we know is that Warner Brothers did ultimately put out a statement to Hollywood Reporter basically saying no official decisions about future Superman films have been made, but they wish they have a great relationship with Henry, yada, yada, yada. We do know that, Henry Cavill has The Witcher coming up probably around 2020, I think, for Netflix, and that there had been some negotiations that didn't quite work out. They wanted him to do a cameo in Shazam.
Yeah.
And it just seems a little strange to me that, it broke down over a cameo.
Yeah.
To me, it sounds more like the DCEU is, and that's really not even its name, but don't know what else to call it anymore.
Yeah.
That they are looking to sort of hit the reset button in a way, and moving on from Cavill's Superman kind of gives them a chance to do that, and no longer have baggage to the sort of the Zack Snyder DC verse that had been established with Man of Steel. It is important to remember the DC movieverse kicked off with Henry Cavill and Man of Steel. So this is closing a door really on that iteration. And so it's definitely a fairly significant development if this really does come to pass, and it sounds like it is. And then the Affleck movie on as Batman. I know that Matt Reeves has his own movie that he's doing with Batman, is probably going to recast that role. So it does sound like right now the DC movieverse is basically Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam, and maybe Flash. But
so the big question is, could Shazam potentially be like a stopgap Superman? Like, will he bring enough hype? I mean, I saw the trailer. I'm super excited about this. And, back in the day, Shazam was more popular than Superman. I think there's a lot of appeal with him because it's a little boy, like, turning into this, like, grown, like, really cool superhero. That was a great description. But I don't know. I think that there's a lot of appeal with him, but is he enough?
Well, I mean, what he does, what the character Shazam does, is it has no baggage for them in this movieverse. Even if the Shazam movie ends up just being okay, the thing is, everyone has reacted so positively to Zach Levi's version of that character already, just based on the trailer, just based on Comic-Con, that it allows them to have the sort of the super powerful Boy Scout character that Henry Cavill's Superman didn't end up being. They tried to do it with a reset in Justice League, and it just ultimately wasn't enough. That movie bombed. So Shazam could kind of fill that role for them in terms of having a super-powered, bright, cheery kind of Boy Scout character until they figure out what they want to do with Superman, whether it is recasting it or just, going a different direction, banking on the Supergirl movie that is reportedly in development. I mean, we'll see. At this point, to me, the DC movieverse is such an open-ended thing. Like, there's no real defining characteristic to it right now except confusion.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. I mean, we have Aquaman, which, we spoke with the director at Comic-Con, and they were saying that it was supposed to be campier and a little bit more fun and more Indiana Jones-like. And then, I mean, I love the first Wonder Woman. I think it's absolutely amazing. I'm totally stoked about the sequel. But then we had the Superman, Batman, and Justice League movies, and they were just dark, but like not dark enough, and I felt like just we're completely lost. So I do think it's really interesting that the identity is wide open now, and we do have all these projects down the pipeline. I don't know, what do you see moving forward here?
I think right now the only thing that we know for certain is the next year of projects that are coming up. Aquaman is opening up on December 21st domestically, but it's a very crowded weekend. It's got to go up against Bumblebee and Alita Battle Angel, and then Mary Poppins right before that. And then we have Wonder Woman 1984 next year. We have the Joker standalone movie, a completely separate thing that is apparently not tied to the DC movieverse. That's also coming up next year. And then they're going to start filming Birds of Prey and what are the Flash movie, and it just, to me,
Long list,
we'll
yeah.
we'll see how much of this stuff actually happens if Aquaman comes out and underperforms.
Yeah.
I mean, that could put a stop to a lot of things. And then we, of course, have Shazam coming out next year. So it's a huge question mark right now. And I think in terms of the Henry Cavill of it all and the Superman of it all, he started as the linchpin of what was going to be the DC movie verse, and now he is gone, or is expected to be gone. And how they fill that, right now Wonder Woman is their safest bet, but we'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see what the future holds and where they go from there. But
What is WB going to do, right?
I don't know.
That is the big question.
Yeah.
That's actually a good question to give to our folks
Yes.
watching right now. So tell us in the comments section, what do you think about Cavill's departure, the future of the DCEU, or whatever we're going to be calling it. And as always, you can check out some of our videos. We got trailers for Shazam and Aquaman. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch. See ya.